Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Saw X, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen, and yeah, just click away from this video to avoid spoilers and come back after you watch a movie if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Saw X is a movie that's been released in 2023, and this is 10th movie in the Saw franchise. I've seen all of them, loved almost all of them, and Saw X is actually a prequel to Saw 3, I think, because it's going on a little bit before Saw 3. Anyway, movie starts off with showing our one and only original legendary Jigsaw, John Kramer, that is once again played by legendary Tobin Bell. And the movie starts off by showing him, having cancer. He figures out that he has a brain cancer, and unfortunately the cancer has progressed so far that there is nothing much that doctors can do for him, and he's pretty much going to die. So he does everything a man can do to save his life. And he starts to going to these therapies or whatever, but unfortunately nothing helps until he meets this guy called Henry that also had a cancer and somehow cured himself. So he gives John this internet link where he watches this video of a doctor saying that he found a cure for cancer, and he's treating people. And John gets very interested in that because obviously he wants to save his life, and he contacts this doctor's daughter who continued his work. Her name is Cecilia, and she has this place somewhere far away, from society. It's hidden from government and everyone's eyes, where she treats patients from cancer, and she makes an appointment with John, and he decides to go there. He manages to make it to that place, and the way they kind of get him there is it's almost like kidnapping. I mean, it's legit kidnapping. They almost like kidnap him and get him there so he can't see where that place is. No one's allowed to know about it. It's super secretive because, pharmacies, government will come and destroy it because they are hiding cure for cancer, obviously. And once John gets there, he meets all of these people like Gabriella. She's apparently like a housekeeper over there, and he meets these doctors like Valentina and others. And they all promise him to cure him, and they start treatment, and they perform an operation. They perform a brain surgery on him, and after that we cut to the scene where he's been through that surgery. Cancer's been removed, and now he has to drink some elixirs or whatever to complete the treatment. And to thank all these doctors for saving his life, he goes and buys them some present and decides to deliver them a present themselves. Since he doesn't know where that place is, John Kramer is an architect, and that's something that I really like how this movie showed. For the first time we get to kind of see more of his private life besides being a jigsaw killer, and he's an architect. He has mathematics in his little finger, and he's a very intelligent man. So there are these radio towers that he saw when he was around that area where they performed the surgery, and by the help of these radio towers, he creates a little map, and calculates the route and figures out where this place is. So he goes there to pay these doctors a visit to thank them for saving their life, and when he gets there, boom, there is nothing. It's all empty, everything's abandoned, and he finds a video of his brain surgery, and that's when he realizes that these people are nothing less than just scammers who didn't perform any surgeries. They're not doctors, they don't have any degrees, anything. They're just pure scammers who steal thousands and hundreds and thousands of dollars from sick people who have cancer. And John, being John, immediately starts to feel terrible. First for himself, he gave a lot of money for the surgery that's completely fake. He realized how evil these people are, and that's when the movie actually starts and the entire atmosphere cooks up. So he kidnaps all of these people together with the help of his assistant Amanda, that also shows up in first two Saw movies. And Amanda is again played by the same actress. She was perfect in this movie. I absolutely loved her. And then, he plays all of these people who done evil to him into his traps, and now they all have to once again play a jigsaw game where they have to decide whether they will live or die. And that's pretty much, in short, what happens in this movie. I'm not gonna go really through the whole detail because I really don't want to spoil everything, entire story. There is also a lot of interesting plot twists, especially at the end of the movie. I freaking love how they ended Saw X. They ended it like classic Saw style, where, you got these cuts, where everything is explained. And that's when you actually realize how intelligent John Kramer is. And this movie really shows that greatest Jigsaw's weapon is his mind. He's an old man dying from brain cancer. He can't really fight off enemies or whatever. But what he can do is be so intelligent, and he literally outsmarts the shit out of everyone every freaking time. And just the way they did it in Saw X, the plot twists are by far the best I've seen in Saw franchise. Man, the Saw movies always have fantastic story, but Saw X was just, oh, hell yeah. After the previous Jigsaw movie from Jigsaw Books of Jigsaw, whatever it's called, was complete shit. I absolutely hated that movie. I don't even consider it to be a part of Saw franchise. I don't know how it was even legal to make that movie. It was so shit. And now seeing Saw X with all the original actors and, story writing, storytelling, everything, this was just such a relief, such a save compared to previous movie. And I absolutely loved the traps. What I like about Saw X is victims don't go through bunch of, series like of traps where they have to save themselves and other people. He's not punishing them, by giving them a chance to save other people or whatever. Jigsaw's victims are always criminals, bad, evil, downcore evil people. So I never seen really a Jigsaw as a killer or whatever. I think he's an anti-hero, more something like. I've seen him always like a vigilante who finds a way for his victims to kill themselves. He gives a chance to everyone. If you want to live, you have to do this, cut off arm, just dismantle some body parts or whatever, but you will live. And that's what I really like about Jigsaw's psychology. Mind of Jigsaw is it really comes out in Saw X. Like, it really shows everything Jigsaw really is. And you can't hate him. You just gotta love him, actually. After watching this movie, I fell in love with the character even more than ever before. And it just felt like watching Saw 1 all over again, just much better. Like I've said, victims don't go through a bunch of other traps to save other people, or I like how the movie is not focused on one victim. Usually through the Saw franchise, you got series of traps where different people, like group of people or one person goes, it's either like one focused on one group of people or one single character, and he's like a main character in these traps. But not with Saw X. In Saw X, they're all trapped in one room, and they all get put in traps just right in front of each other, and they watch each other fail and die in the traps. I absolutely love the atmosphere, the person watching them trying to win in their game and just failing and dying by the trap. You can see the morale dropping in the next person. They think, okay, he or she just failed in their trap, I'm gonna die too. And that's what's fantastic about this design of this movie. They're all in one room and they watch each other die and fail in his traps. And I always love how Jigsaw puts the people in the traps despite of what they've done. For example, doctor that performed brain surgery, that's not even a doctor or anything, was put in a trap where he had to remove the piece of his skull and pull the piece of brain and put it in front of him to save his life. Because, like, if you are a doctor, now you'll have to do it for yourself to save your own life. He fails, dies the most brutal way. Absolutely loved it. So it turns out that these people are nothing else, like I've said, just scammers, junkies, drug addicts, usual Jigsaw victims, but when it all comes to that end where everything just unfolds, there's even one point where I think the Jigsaw is going to die. Movie actually really makes you think that how is he going to get out of his own trap? He gets trapped into his own trap because at one point in the movie, he gets outsmarted by the people he was punishing. And then, when actual plot twist unfolds, you realize that he once again outsmarted them by letting them think they outsmarted him, while in fact they didn't. And the trap was completely fake just to make them fall for the actual trap. It was just, a lot of that happened in just few minutes. And I was like, damn, John Kramer is so intelligent. And I love how movie explains that he is architect. He was an architect almost his entire life, which completely explains how he creates all of his traps, how he knows all these things, It's fantastic. I absolutely loved Saw X, man. It was really great. And if you're a fan of like serial killer movies, crime type movies, and in general Saw franchise, I think Saw X is a great comeback. Every time I think they shouldn't make more Saw movies, they make another one. And the Saw movies have been around for a decade now, at least. And I'm like, damn, these movies just keep getting better. When you think, how can a franchise with 10 movies be any good? It's all recycled. No, it's not. They actually find a way to write story and unfold even more and more. And then they do it in such a great way. It's always interesting to watch. There's always some new information popping up, and I just love it. I absolutely loved Saw X. Can't say anything negative about the movie. It was fantastic. Everything just made sense. It blew my mind out. Absolutely, like when everything unfolds, is just that the feeling that goes through your body once you see all that is just hell yeah, and combined with all these Soul soundtracks, especially the Zap soundtrack at the end, it just blasts the shit out of everything that was going on through the entire movie. Fucking fantastic. Alright guys, so that's it for this movie review. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely recommend you to check out Saw X if you are a fan of Saw franchise, and like I've said, in general, horror or criminal type of movies. Check it out. You're not gonna regret it. It's a great movie. I absolutely enjoyed it. Great actors, great story writing. Everything's really good. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You can leave a like, share, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally fine. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are down below in the description. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.